I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Little Taco Tuesday today, or maybe National Hamburger Day. We'll get you to do an all-beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Or maybe a little milk chocolate day, as Virginia and Jaybird got to try out a little bit earlier today for the punishment for Do It Bitch.
If Fat Kevin went to a birthday party and it was all-you-can-eat tacos or all-you-can-eat burgers, what is he more excited about?
Fat Kevin probably going to be about the burgers. And just because that's what I grew up with. Hearty. Put a lot of toppings on there.
You better tell that grill master to put extra cheese on it, or we're gonna.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get hit in the back of the head while he's grilling.
For sake of argument, both are at the apex of excellence. They both taste amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a taco bar?
It's a taco bar. It's a burger bar even.
Is there melted cheese?
I'm getting sick of all the fucking questions.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you.
Oh, you fold under interrogation quick.
Oh, so quick. It'd be horrible.
Yeah, I had a real thing. I love ketchup.
Me too. Me too.
When I was in middle school, I remember we used to dip our pizza in ketchup. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly now. I don't know how I did it.
Fuck ketchup.
That was Cafeteria Pizza 101.
It was, yeah.
I'd get the cafeteria pizza from Lake Park Elementary, and I would smother that fucker with ketchup. It was called super sliced pizza is what they called it.
I can't sit next to you.
Look, man, I was raised by rats. What can I say? We just ate everything.
I didn't grow up around tacos. I remember later on in high school when I got the freedom, the town that was 18 miles away from us had a Taco Bell. And that was really the first time I started having tacos. And then I think my palate got a little bit more into spicy stuff. And so I would get their hot sauce and we get that 10-pack of tacos and go crazy on that.
You're right, because back in the day here locally, your big dog was Taco Viva. And you've heard me talk about them a lot.
Right.
They had that wet burrito that I can still taste. I fantasize about it. And it was wet. And it was good.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could have tried Taco Viva. But then I always say, was that just 8-year-old Jaybird loving it because he was 8 years old?
Because he hadn't seen the world.
Yeah, exactly.
He hadn't tasted shit.
I hadn't tasted dick, man. You're right. Like a Big Mac was exotic food for me.
We never even had Taco Bell. I didn't discover Taco Bell until I was like in junior high school. My girlfriends turned me on to it. I was like, I don't even know what the hell this is.
Yeah, we got one late. The first one I remember was in off North Lake Boulevard, and people lost their shit. They were, we got a Taco Bell? Because there was that hole for a while, because Taco Viva went out of business or something happened, and the taco game was you had to go to a sit-down restaurant. Because we never had that fast food. Taco Bell changed the game to the point where they put it in our cafeteria my senior year in high school with selective items, of course.
Did you ever have a cheese down here?
I don't remember that. If there could have been one down south. But
we had it in New Orleans, and my mom, who is Mexican, loved it. Because it was the closest thing that she could get to like a real Mexican like sit down.
They had huge portions, if I remember right.
Did.
And I probably got your mom in
my mom was all about bigger is better.
Yeah.
And Wendy's also had the taco bar. So we thought, we're eating great. This is great Mexican food here.
Taco salad that's like 3 stories tall.
From a fucking burger joint. Like, this is great Mexican food here. It's authentic.
That was really my first run around with tacos. My mom will make them every now and then. She'd buy those shells and brown the ground beef. But my dad's, he don't like the spice. So it was just like regular ground beef. It didn't have a lot of flavor to it. So
my dad was raised like that too. My dad was cracker all the way. Like no food had seasoning.
A lot of the Midwest is like that. So I'm not a huge fan of the cuisine from up there. It's very bland for the most part.
I was one of the few people in my family that did not like my mom's cooking because she would use a shit ton of seasoning and peppers and onions, and it would always smell like an onion factory in there.
Yeah.
Little Jaybird and teenage Jaybird and kind of adult Jaybird don't get down like that.
Not your style.
No.
She was a good Italian.
She was a great.
You are not.
She was a great cook. Everyone loved her food, but I'm like, fuck, green peppers. Shit, this man. Where are the frozen hamburgers at?
Stuffed peppers. It's delicious.
I've always been a shitty Italian.
Yeah, this place, the Cheapism, had ranked all 14 Taco Bell tacos, and they put the Cantina Chicken Soft Taco, they said, was the clear winner. Slow roasted chicken, purple cabbage, pico de gallo, and avocado verde salsa. That sounds pretty elevated for Taco Bell.
Does.
They had the Soft Taco Supreme next.
When Taco Bell hits and it's at their best, I really think that about all the fast food restaurants. They're all just run differently. But if you've got someone that knows what they're doing as the manager and their shit's on point and they're at their best, there is still good fast food out there.
And a lot of times, who is slapping your taco together?
It's just so inconsistent now.
Right. Like, because some people do it with love and some people don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, one of our KVJ Nationers had sent me a text, and they said that they used to work at Taco Bell back in the day, and they used to have to be there at 6 a.m., and they were doing everything by hand, fresh prep for all the food, and they said you could really taste it. And they said it's a little different now.
Yeah. Look.
Fresh prep is it makes a big difference than if everything shows up just bagged, pre-cut.
Well, we heard Chef Andrew talk about it. You never know when someone changes management. Well, we know even with radio, as soon as a new management team comes in, things start to change. Different rules apply. So when someone new comes in, like, I think we can do better, or I think we can do this or that, you start to change the product that people fell in love with.
That's why I get such a food boner when I hear somebody like Chef Andrew talk about how important it is to have great quality ingredients and not skimp on that, because that's what I seek out for my kitchen. So when I go to a restaurant, I want to know that they have the same philosophy.
So when you go to a restaurant,
Sorry, my lip flip kicked in.
What the hell happened?
I got that disport in my upper lip, and sometimes it makes it just kind of go. Meow.
All right. You just make me want to go to a restaurant.
So they ranked different categories. They say the elevated Taco Bell tacos, Cantina Chicken Soft Taco, Soft Taco Supreme, Cantina Chicken Crispy Taco, the Crunchy Taco Supreme, and the Doritos Cheesy Gordita Crunch.
I will say the Dorito one, that can be pretty darn good. But sometimes, here's my knock, the shells can be stale. We don't want stale shells. It takes away the punch.
That is insulting.
And it doesn't take much. Like, my wife, it drives me crazy because I love tortilla chips. It's one of my favorite things. And we get these Santitas, I believe, is the tortilla chip, but it's actually pretty good. And my mother-in-law gets it's like a Walmart brand, but it's still not bad.
Is it in the brown bag?
It's a regular bag, just like a Dorito.
Bag. Okay.
And so we get it, and I realize how dangerous air to a tortilla chip is. And so immediately, as soon as I'm done, I'm covering it up. I'm like, don't let the air in the bag. My wife will open a fresh bag and leave it out on the counter open all night. And you get to it the next day, and it just, like what you're talking about, it's not the same. The whole bag is now just a little bit tougher.
She's a Mexican who's not respecting the tortilla.
I was like, what are you doing? How do you, and she does it all the time. Drives me crazy. Because I'm like, you're not respecting the tortilla.
A helpful hint, if that does happen again and you want to get that fresh one, you're going to have to, unfortunately, go to the bottom of the bag and that's where your hard, regular, fresh chips are going to survive the longest, but you're going to have to dig, dog.
Yeah, but it's like, so unless I open up a fresh bag, then because I'm like, it's not worth it at this point.
What happens if you put those in the air fryer? Will that crisp them up a little bit?
That could. I've never done it.
Yeah, but there's just always still that level of it's degraded a bit.
Yeah, let's not act like the air fryer makes the meal 100% perfect and it brings it back to life to where you're like, all right, this isn't bad.
Even if it's just 30% better, that's still 30%, and now it's warm.
But the thing is, my wife has left out a bag, and then she'll make the nachos in the air fryer, which I love. I could still tell you the difference between a brand new, out of a fresh, airtight bag chip, even through an air fryer, versus the one she leaves out.
That's because you got that palate. You got that palate for it.
I'm hyper focused on tortilla chips.
You love that meal. Nachos, chips and salsa.
Your palate knows when something's fucked up.
Right.
You know.
You're right. Yeah, you dial it in. Yeah.
And you already know your wife is a little sloppy with the air tightness.
As soon as I eat a chip, my brain's immediately judging, be like, okay.
You being an only child, you must have had to made a lot of mental adjustments.
Oh, I still do.
Because I heard my dad wasn't an only child, but him and his sister were a few years apart, so he spent a lot of time alone. And when he first married my mom with 2 kids, he couldn't fucking believe the mayhem.
Oh, it's crazy.
He's like, whoa.
So he added 2 more?
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't believe. He could
That's
not,
on you, Randy.
He couldn't believe how everything was just. He goes, "What the fuck is happening?"
If you think 2 kids are bad, have 4.
He's like, "We got to get some law around these parts."
Yeah. Oh, it's chaos. Yeah.
4 kids. Tough. There is no law.
No. Yeah. I mean, he had Ted and Tina for a couple of years before he had me. He's like, "Oh, we got to get this shit together."
Just being married is quite a.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Still, just even trying to get used to that because nothing is ever in the same place twice.
And you're an organized person. If you use toothpaste, you're going to put the cap back on. You're going to put it back. You're that kind of person.
Right. But
you're not leaving shit
every
out.
time my wife cleans, everything gets rearranged in the house. And it doesn't make sense where you'll find it.
Why is the toothpaste in the kitchen?
That's not even a joke.
Why is the frying pan?
And she'll say, be like, idiot, it's in the fucking kitchen. And you're like, like you get gasoline and be like, do other people keep their toothpaste in the kitchen? Okay, all right. Like I'm the idiot. Like
the air fryer's in the tub.
You didn't check.
Duh.
It's like, didn't you? You clearly didn't check. Like,
stop asking stupid questions, Kevin.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't check. Yeah, you're right. That's on
check
me.
The kitchen.
Yeah, you're right. That's on me.
It is kind of funny when you're completely innocent but get fingered as the guilty party.
Just say, "Yep, you're right. That's on me," and go make a drink.
Well, so you're spun so much. You're like, huh? Did that just happen? Like, what's going on? I'm like,
sometimes
I'm not the weird one, right?
Sometimes a human loses the fight. You go, all right, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Air fryer's in the bathtub.
Of course, toothpaste. Of course, toothpaste in the lettuce drawer. Makes perfect sense. Got a bunch of emails here about some stuff we were talking about today. For instance, John talking a little bit about that Flock AI camera that is around.
Yes.
And they're all over the place. We saw a map of just how many cameras are all throughout South Florida, and they're covering everything. Now, they just read license plates. It's not facial recognition, but it's using AI to. And the thing that a lot of people don't like is it actually computes basically where that car has been. Oh. They can track down, let's say, for instance, I'm a cop. I mean, how handy would this be, though? If I'm looking at somebody like, what's that case with the Brian Roberger? Is that his name? Kohlberger, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. And now he's trying to change his plea. And
that fuckface is so guilty, and you can see it in his eye. I can't believe we can't just take him out back and shoot him.
Yeah, Luis said he thinks he's just doing it because he loves the spotlight.
He does.
This is his whole thing. So he gets more time out of this trial. He knows he's guilty and whatever. He's like, I want to be in the spotlight more.
I just watched a whole prison documentary last night, and this one guy who's on death row gets to get out once a day to get his insulin shot, and he says it's the best part of his day because he gets to get out and talk to real people for about 10 minutes, and that's what he looks forward to.
Right. Wild, huh?
They need to give him the shot in the jail. No get out to get a shot.
Yeah, no joy.
That's stupid. No joy.
Yeah. So with that case, remember he was kind of driving around, stalking out the location and things like that. So these are the things it'd be able to help. So they'd be able to look at that license plate and be like, we know everywhere this car has been over the last 10 months. And we can put together a profile of where you're driving and what you're doing. And that is going to help our case. And in some cases that are razor thin, that could be the difference between a deserving guilty verdict and somebody getting away with it.
Well, that was a big part of that, the Shirillo girl, the girl that crashed the car. with her boyfriend and the friend in there,
Yeah.
they could go back on the data and look that she a week before was almost doing like a test run.
Damn.
Of all that.
Right.
They went back to all that data, said your phone was pinging here, your car was here.
Guilty.
This is off the beaten path of where you're supposed to be driving.
So it does
They
make
used
sense.
it.
Yeah. Look, there's a gazillion and one different ways I could see where this would be amazingly helpful to law enforcement. But as today, when we asked people, because these cameras can be everywhere and you don't necessarily see them. They could be in traffic signs. You don't even recognize that that is a camera. They're everywhere. 80% of people are like, nope, don't want it because we feel like it's going to be abused or used against us, and they don't like it, even though. And last night I saw the alert come through when it happened. My TV's all changed, and I'm like, okay, there's a 13-year-old girl out of Ocala. It's been taken by blah, blah, blah. And they had them tracked down in no time at all. And he tried a little gunfight with the cops and didn't come out well on his end. But she's been saved, and that guy was dating her mom and then took her captive as a 13-year-old.
Horrifying.
Right, it is. But, I mean, look at that. We have a girl that's safe today. I don't know that they use that technology, but one person, JB, said, that's how they got Ryan Ruth so fast. And remember the guy tried to take out the president at the golf course?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had him pretty quick. I think they got him in Martin County, but he got a little bit of ways. But they used that and were able to say, okay, here are the cars, da-da-da, AI scanning, da-da-da-da-da-da. Bing, here's that one of the cars that looks suspicious, and here's where it is exactly right now on the road.
I think the problem is, and this is not a political statement, it doesn't matter who is in office. I think there's a percentage of people who just don't trust the government.
Yes.
They don't
No doubt.
trust.
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't know what you're doing with all of this stuff. And look, throughout the history, the government has said some lies to us. So it's like taking back somebody who's lied to you. Oh, they lied to me that one time. They're not going to lie to me again. Well, you lied to me once. What's to say you're not going to lie to me again? And there's some people who believe that no matter who is in office.
I think they lie to us every day.
Yeah, well, there's all this weird shit going on, and there's a lot of ambiguous answers, and that breeds kind of some concern.
Well, I mean, you look, just even this week, there was an officer out of Racine County in Milwaukee that is charged with one count of misdemeanor misconduct in public for allegedly using the Flock network to determine the location of two people, one of whom was in a romantic relationship with him. Now, he could face up to 9 months in prison and $10,000 in fine, but just this week, you have a cop using the Flock camera system in a bad way that could be scary and dangerous for somebody else that he was dating prior.
You would think and you would hope that, the flock has some sort of protections in place that the flock can see who's accessing the flock. And if anybody accesses it and then they don't have a legitimate reason to be accessing it, that there's some sort of punishment.
Well, that's probably what happened. They realized he was using it, and that's why he got caught, I'd imagine, right?
But then who has access to it, how they can use it? If you saw the Batman movie, that was the one thing in The Dark Knight where they had created a system where they turned everybody's cell phone basically into a network where they could see the entire city. And that was the one thing that had been developed. They said you can use it this one time, but then they had the system self-destruct because they said this is too much power for any government or one man to have. And that's really what this Flock system is. It's just what they created in The Dark Knight.
Oh, wait, more movies predicting the future and trying to warn us of what's to come? How odd. I mean, look at all this shit. All these movies are, it's so far-fetched. This shit's happening, dog.
I know, dog.
88 miles per hour is going to happen. We're going to go back in time.
And then the other privacy story we had on the regular show today was a technology I wasn't even really aware of. There was a guy that was a protester, and they were questioning him at Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, and they wanted to look at his phone because they were saying, we think you have kitty porn on there. And he had them hit a code, and it wiped his phone clean.
As they're holding it.
Yes.
They think that he's giving them a code to open it. He gives them a code to wipe it.
Yes.
Great villain's plan.
Rocco told me that you can do that. You can have different codes on your phone, and it looks like you're opening it, but you're doing different tasks. Now, what Rocco did was he turns off and on the TV, but yeah, there's absolutely ways that you can get rid of all the incriminating evidence.
Yeah.
But if the cops do suspect you of a crime and they're asking you for stuff, I do think you have to kind of go along with that. if they really believe, if they're investigating a crime and their investigation leads to you and they really think you've got something, they're not going to just let you walk away because you're like, no, I know my rights. That's not going to happen. They don't have to read you their rights unless they start asking you questions.
And so this guy said that when you start asking for my phone and access to it, you need a warrant for that. And he was protesting that they hadn't read him any rights, and he was asking for his attorney because they were asking for questions and prying for information. He said, that's where you're stepping in it. You can arrest me, sure, but if you want to start questioning me and going through my phone, my attorney needs to be present, and then I have to have my rights before you do that.
Then what happens on some of these videos I'll watch on the body cam where the predator has their phone in their hand and they start to delete it and the cops take it away from them and go, you can't have your phone right now. This is an investigation right now.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, we got a text and it said, we don't need a warrant. It's from a cop to seize your phone. As long as we can articulate, we believe there is evidence of a crime that could be removed before an investigation is complete, then we can seize your phone by any means. The warrant is for after we take it. So they can have it and be like, no, you're not going to have access to it where you could wipe it. We're going to hold on to that. We're going to get a warrant. And then when a judge says we can go in it, then we'll have our tech team get us in there in a way that's not going to wipe it. We're not going to trust you to give us the code. We'll get into it ourselves, and then we can get the information out with the warrant.
There's basic things the cop has to say in the beginning to put you in cuffs, but that's not, they don't have to read you your rights until I start talking to Virginia about the crime she just committed. So why did you kill Panda? And you're like, well, I want my lawyer. And then they have to see. And usually the police officers on the ground aren't the ones going to be asking the questions. They bring them into the investigating room, and they have a whole other set of cops that's going to be asking.
If they're smart, any good cop would read you your Miranda rights and not just to be nice. They would do that because when you get an attorney that is worth a nickel, they would say, what did you say before the Miranda rights? And anything that you said is going to be thrown out and they can't even use. So you might have gotten all that stuff and then you can't use any of it in court.
And just for the record, I would never murder Panda, but there are other people I would love to murder.
You've thought about it, haven't you?
Yeah.
You thought about how you would do it and how you would get away with it.
Yeah.
You're fucking scary.
Ice bullet.
Yeah,
Ice bullet.
Where's the bullet, bruh?
Okay, well, what kind of gun are you gonna fire it out of?
An ice
gun.
An ice gun, Kevin.
You gotta work quick in South Florida.
They sell them during Christmas time. It's terrible. It's a horrifying statement, first of all.
Right.
Maybe I get an ice bullet and a regular slingshot.
Oh, okay.
That is when you know you're watching too many murder documentaries, because you'll watch a murder special and you go, what the fuck? That's not how you murder somebody. You take the body, you dig it 6 feet away from, you're like, wait a minute, I sound like a murderer right now.
I could make an ice poison dart and do like a blow dart and right in your neck.
The only thing that does scare me about Virginia, she has great accuracy.
She does, yeah.
She has
Good aim.
especially when it's about hurting you. And
I know.
She knows how to lock in like the Death Star.
Yeah.
One shot, it can be the smallest target.
Ask his nuts.
Well, that's not a small target, but she did. My left nut has never been the same.
That nut trembles when I walk in the room.
This fucking show's brought me down a bit.
I saw this stat. It says 19.3 million American adults have seriously considered shooting another person at some point in their lives. 19.3 million.
Have you ever been that angry to where you said, I could kill somebody?
No.
I've never been that angry, but if someone fucked with a loved one and did, the bad stuff, like the real bad, I can see how that could turn a nice person into a vigilante.
Absolutely. Someone hurts one of my babies or Panda, I don't care. I'll do the time.
I wouldn't do it for revenge, but if I felt that they might be currently coming after somebody that I loved and I'd have to stand in the way, then yeah, I would. If it were close and I said it's a matter of who gets there first, then yeah, I would. That'd be the time I'd be like, okay. If I couldn't change whether I bring them back or not, I'm not going to go back and seek that kind of revenge. But if I could prevent it, yeah, I'd be like, if I know that two things are going to happen, either I kill you or you kill them, then yeah, I would. That's when I'd take somebody out.
If you murdered, if you did the bad stuff to someone I loved or cared for, you would want to call the cops. I think some people would go to that level. If you love your family, that's why Texas didn't put away that one guy, the karate instructor.
You're right.
Was molesting his 12-year-old son, and the dad waited right by a payphone out in Texas, and they're walking the criminal, the pedophile, and he shoots him right there in front of everybody. And Texas said, "Nah, you're good." Yeah.
Texas got it right.
They say, that's your kid, man.
Start executing all these pedophiles, and maybe we'll see a change.
I'm not condoning murder, but what I'm saying is
I
I could see how somebody could snap with the loved one. I could see how that could happen.
I think a majority of people would sympathize with that. Yeah.
Especially in Texas.
Oh, Texas don't give a shit.
No. But Florida, we're not bad either. Just
I know.
keep in mind we're going to
Texas light.
We're going to kill 2 people today on death row. So, we're catching up. Honestly, in fact, Florida's kind of putting Texas to shame anymore.
Okay.
Just letting you know. I mean, they need like a bench now to take out people. Like just one chair is not going to do it.
Oh yeah, no. Florida's
They need
always
an electric sofa.
Florida's always been pretty. Yeah, Fry. I remember as a kid when Ted Bundy was getting electrocuted, and it was packed at the. Where he was getting electrocuted. There were signs because it was on a Tuesday, and people were holding up signs. Tuesday is Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, and they said he cried his way to the electric chair.
Bitch.
And there's rumors, too, he shit his pants, but I don't know how accurate that is.
Spread that. Tell everyone.
Whether it happened or not, Bundy shit his pants.
Everywhere.
Yeah, Florida, I think, uses the injection stuff is how they do it, but different states have different modes of how they do it. I'm not sure if anybody's still doing the electric chair. I've heard that's kind of barbaric and they've gotten away from that, but some states still do the firing squad.
Well, I think was it Idaho or somebody brought back the firing squad, and I do believe they fried Bundy. I think they changed that rule. 86 we were using the electric chair in Florida.
Yeah. And then I think, like I said, through just testing and seeing it, they were like, maybe that's actually not the best.
I always think it's so weird when they ask for their last meal. If you knew you're going to die the next day, would you be able to eat? I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know if I'm going to have an appetite.
I mean, might as well.
I guess that's the other way of looking at it. But, I mean, are you really going to enjoy that steak? Are you really going to enjoy whatever the fuck you're eating? And there's some wild last meal requests. I mean, I've done the research clearly.
Clearly. It's not something I care about.
But it's just the whole thing's weird, though.
It is.
It's a weird
very
concept.
Weird. Oh, we're going to kill you, but first we're going to feed you a great meal.
Yeah, we're going to feed you the best meal you've ever had.
Taxpayer funded.
And then you're going to shit it all out when we electrocute you. It's weird.
Like, yeah, what is
shoot
that?
you or lethal injection, whatever it means.
Yeah, it's lethal injection. I think that's the only way that they do it in Florida. They say for electrocution, 9 states still have that. 28 do the lethal injection. 9 states do the lethal gas. Oh, my goodness. My wife could work there.
She just got to stick her ass into a little blowhole.
No. They would find that inhumane fast. They would be like, this is barbaric. Like, they wouldn't even do this in China.
There's some horror stories of it not working right away on some of these.
Sure, yeah.
And people have to watch all this shit go down.
That might be the lethal injection. They have that. And then 5 states do the firing squad. In fact, Idaho, yes, it will be the primary method effective July 2026. They just went that. The South Carolina, electrocution is the default method, but a lot of these states you can request it.
Firing squad. That's crazy to me. I
think they find that it's quicker and easier. It takes you out pretty fast.
Yeah.
They have pretty good shots that just, it's like that. You're out, lights out immediately.
My luck, I get hit in the head. Guys, I'm still breathing, please.
You hit me in the one spot.
Shoot him 10 more times. Guys, I'm still alive. No, fuck.
You just keep hitting me in the ankle.
Guys, my ankle's gone, but
My
please.
knees are gone. My ankles are gone. For the love of God.
That's what we do for the child molesters. We take our time.
Well,
There's no straight to the forehead kill shot.
Well, some people do have that kind of theory. They think that it's not even a moral thing. They think the death row is just getting out easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people do. And Skate to Beach was asking, what is the point of death row? Why do they wait 30 years for some of these? And one of the guys that Florida's going to execute today is well over the age of 80.
Yeah, there was
like,
one
at this point, like, all right, well, hey, this will teach you not to murder.
There was one case.
Live a full life, and then we'll kill you 2 weeks before you're going to die anyway.
It was 30 years it took this one murderer.
30
years, yeah. And at that point, you're going, yeah, exactly. What the shit are we doing here? 30 years is so long for a murderer. And let me tell you, some of these guys, and maybe it's changed now, and they changed it. But back in the day, some of these serial killers or murderers were not living horrible.
Damn.
Just look at Richard Speck.
That sucks because they should have the most uncomfortable, inhumane conditions. Like they should just be in the hole.
There's video of Richard Speck, who killed, I believe, 8 nurses in one night.
Damn.
He got a tit job in prison, and there's video of him sitting in a room with his tits out.
How is
and
that possible that he got a boob job in prison?
Smoking weed and talking about how much cocaine he does in prison.
What
That guy
the
was
fuck?
Now, I think he got with a gang, and they made him their bitch, so he was pretty much
Okay.
a little ragdoll, but
Wow.
Sounds like he liked it.
he didn't. He's doing drugs in prison. He gets to escape after doing something so horrific.
Yeah, it's not done well.
No.
There's a lot of things we could clean up with the prison system in many different ways.
But it's weird because every system's different. It seems like some prisons, it seems like they run it way differently than
Well, it's
other.
privatized.
Yeah.
And that's what you get. So, yeah, there are some people that are making huge money off of the prison system in America, and it's very corrupt, not done very well. That is one of those things that we should probably tear down that entire industry and start all over again. But
Yeah, it shouldn't be privatized. There shouldn't be regular private citizens. It should be run by the government, and it should be all the same everywhere you go. Like, one prison shouldn't be cush, and then one is, like, terrible.
yeah, they just look at the category of crime that you did, and they want your conditions to fit your crime.
Yeah, because that's how they had it on that documentary. People on death row lived a way different life than Gen Pop.
Okay.
It was, I mean, if you were in, because there was one guy who was on death row and something happened with this case where they reversed it and they put him out with the people, and he was so thankful. He goes,
Oh, wow,
because when
okay.
you were on death row, they only gave you, I think, an hour of outside time. It was supervised. Their rooms are very small.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it sucks. That's good.
Yeah, it did suck. There was a lot of electronics though.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
They should have Amish prisons.
Right? Yeah.
Depending on the crime, if you're a person like the guy from Idaho or Iowa or whatever, the one that killed,
Yeah.
that guy don't get no electronics.
Brian Kohlberg.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't get to play Tetris.
Amen.
Yeah. Well, we did have an Am I the Jerk with a mom want to know if she was going to be mean. Her baby daddy is in prison, and she got a 5 and a 7-year-old, and he apparently got an illegal phone, is wanting to FaceTime them all the time, and he's showing them his cell and his roommates and all that stuff, but he's then telling the kids, he's like, now you can't say anything about this on the regular prison line and da-da-da, because they'll pick it up. And so he's got the kids kind of, she's just like, I don't want to keep my kids from their dad, but, you know, he's already encouraging them to do stuff that I don't like. This is skirting the system. He's teaching them basically to cheat the system again. So the question was, what happens if he gets caught? And one person texted in, they said, if you get caught with a cell phone in jail, it's considered an escape charge and typically can add years to decades to your sentence.
Damn.
So they don't play with it.
Dude, what are you doing? Why would you even have that?
Maybe he's institutionalized and doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk to your kids. It's like, dude, what are you doing? And you got them talking on the phone. You don't think them kids are not going to blow it when they get on that regular phone? Be like, Daddy,
Of
we'd love
course they are.
Daddy, we wish we could see you.
Again, like we did last week.
Yeah.
And you had a good point on the regular show. Kids don't know all the rules. They could be talking and say, I talked to my dad on FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. How does your dad have a FaceTime?
He's telling the mom, he's like, make sure they don't say anything about this phone on the regular prison line when we call. And it's like, you dumbass.
Yeah.
You got a 5 and a 7-year-old.
He's going to get caught. There's a reason why he's in prison. He's a fucking idiot, and it's going to go horribly wrong.
Yeah. Now, we also got this from a couple people on using poopy cramps as an excuse to get out of speeding. Now, one text said, you can use discretion, but I am tired of hearing that excuse. It is overused, and I just expedite the process, and then I let them leave.
Okay, so everyone's using this excuse.
It doesn't work. And somebody else said, I had an officer tell me, yeah, you know what? There's a rest area right up here, and he followed me to the rest area. He waited outside, and then as soon as I got outside, I got my ticket.
Wow, he played the long game.
You're like, yeah.
He's like, I ain't got nothing to do.
I got nothing to do.
I'm here, bitch. Let's go.
I will give you a police escort so you can take that shit, and then I'm going to give you that ticket.
And there's a good chance they didn't have to poop, so they're in there now phantom pooping going.
Well, there's a better chance than not that they didn't have to shit.
Yeah, so now they're fake pooping just to wait to get a ticket.
You got to go in there and make mouth noises.
Yeah.
That's when miming really comes in handy.
Veronica says in her email, she said, I heard you talking about data centers, and I need to chime in on mine. I own a home in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania that I do Airbnb with. And a few years ago, a big empty lot had been flattened, and they developed something. And just a few weeks and months later, there was a big warehouse-looking type of structure. It didn't have any kind of signage or information about what was going on or anything that was being done in there. And then a few months after that, the building got painted in a very neutral-looking blue and white, and it's been sitting there for a couple years ever since. There are no cars in the parking lot, and there's no distinguishing signs on the exterior, and there's absolutely no information about what this is. But you know what it is? It's a data center. You know how I happen to know? I looked at my electric bill. It is quintupled. Oh. Like I said, I Airbnb my house, which typically means a Friday to Sunday booking, let's say 4 times a month. My electric bill in the month of December 2025 was $750. Data centers are energy suckers. Our dollars per wattage continues to go up with the promise that they won't touch it again for a while. Yeah, okay. People that live in the Pocono Mountains are simple working class folks who probably had no idea what this was or what it would do. If they are promising extra jobs, I'm telling you, this is bullshit.
It is bullshit because once it's built, there's no people that are in them.
Yeah.
There's no jobs that are long term. It's only construction and build out.
And she said, since I don't live there, I really don't pay much attention to county meetings or town halls, but I'm certainly paying a lot more attention now. It really sucks. Good luck to everybody getting these put up close by. And I know that is the stance right now of several different people because, you know, we got elections coming up for governor here in November. And right now, at least the odds-on favorite, Byron Donalds, he is being very vocal about saying any cost that comes out of these needs to go to the company putting them in. None of the costs can be pushed down to residents. Now, you hear a lot of stuff that politicians say. Is that something they'll stick with? But they know what a hot-button issue it is. In fact, some of them who are actually on these tickets now have kind of reversed a little bit where they were with data centers and where they are now, seeing what kind of pushback we have. And that's why I tell people, be loud and vocal, because you can't actually change policy and you can change who's in office to change the policies. I know y'all hate politics, but at least to me, I'm not a big fan really of any person that's a politician, but there are definitely a lot of issues that I'm concerned with, and you should be too. If you ignore the issues on top of it, they will affect you, and you got to figure out how to, because they can change your life, they can change your family, they can change your health, they can change your house
town,
and neighborhood. Yeah,
change your trees, change your bees.
Yeah.
I was wondering that. I sent you something. Is it Terry Parker that worked for 25?
Yeah, she's investigative reporter Terry Parker.
She did a great job. I saw something about how she was talking about, you know, people aren't liking what's going on with all the building and there's, you know, change.org. And I always hear people talk about change.org and the voices can change. Is that true, or is that just shit in the movies? Can you really, does change.org really make a change? Can the people really do something, or does the fat cat always win because they got the money?
It depends upon the circumstance, but in that story that Terry Parker was talking about, it absolutely worked. They've put a 6-month moratorium on any new projects in West Palm Beach because people were bitching so much about how much growth was happening. And they were asking, what is your plan for sewage, infrastructure, all these other issues, putting 25-story buildings right on the waterfront, which, a lot of towns you'd rather have it. Let's put maybe a 4-story, then an 8-story, then a 12. And then if we go back a little bit, then we can get there. But putting it right on the waterfront. So they want the 25 to 33-story buildings right on the waterfront because they can charge more money for those condos.
Yeah.
And the people who are in town are like, yeah, but you block so many water views. Only the rich fuckers who live in that building are going to enjoy the view of the water now. So let's not build it that tall. So, yeah, when you push back, not that you're going to stop all development in a town, but you can start to get the development right. And too often politicians need to be held accountable. Fort Lauderdale knew this a couple years ago because they weren't paying attention to infrastructure. Remember when all them pipes were bursting? You had shit just flowing down streets in Lauderdale because every mayor was just kicking the can down the road. Because there's not a lot of things that are sexy about putting in new sewage pipes because people don't see them and they're not going to be like patting you on the back. Hey, great, nice sewage pipe.
Thankless job almost.
Right.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times the they want the flashy projects. And I'm not knocking our Mayor Keith James, but look, he's tallying a lot of huge money wins. And, his whole time in office, he'd be like, look at all the crap I got done. So that's the sexy stuff. He's really tacking off a lot of sexy projects. And people are saying, slow your roll, dog. What are you going to do about transportation? Our roads going to be crazy. People in Palm Beach know what it's like to drive in Miami. And we don't envy that. We don't want that kind of traffic. And unless you do the roads and mass transit right, we're going to be another Miami in about 10 to 15 years.
And if you build all those fancy high rises, doesn't that increase prices just across the board for everybody down here?
Yeah, it can. It changes. It flips the whole infrastructure that's going on. You have more taxable revenue, but then, yes, you start changing neighborhoods. You get gentrification. People who have had homes for generations are going to start getting pushed out of those homes. Condos, same thing. So, yeah, that's why it's important to pay attention. And you can, with your voice, you create enough noise. You've seen it in data centers. You see it in downtown West Palm Beach. That, yeah, you got to know your shit, but you got to make some noise, and it will make a difference. Big time.
I like it. I feel like this is like the end of a very special episode of the KVJ Show.
Listen to that, everybody. I believe that was Mayor Hair.
We see you working.
Okay.
We see you working.
Get 'em.
Do it for the people. You Republicrat.
I would have the unsexiest. I would be doing all the sewer pipes and all that. This guy kind of sucks.
No.
Your toilets would be great.
You would tell people, look, do you want to take a shit? All right, then let me fix these pipes. And you'd be honest.
I wouldn't want to. It's such a fight right now between developers and the people that I wouldn't want to be in the midst of trying to run a South Florida city.
You'd be the one guy that's not on the take.
And you said make some noise. You got two fuck faces right here who can make a lot of noise.
The fuckiest of faces. No one fucks like this face.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't have me in West Palm. West Palm's too big time. All these people, like the current mayor's got like a Harvard degree. I mean, they're
So what?
So what? You got a degree from the School of Hard
I didn't
Knocks.
graduate a high university.
It
But
doesn't
you
matter.
care. You
I do.
care
I
about
do
this
care.
community, and you're honest.
I do.
And you're always going to tell the truth because you're a fucking Boy Scout
That's why
to
I
the
wouldn't
point
work.
of
People would
annoying.
hate
You're
me.
like a real life Leslie Knope from Parks and Recreation, Parks and Rec. She was like a good person.
They'd run me out there. They'd chew me up so hard in the political game
know.
because I can't do that.
The
I can't
people
do what
would
they
be
do.
on your side. We would lead with all the scandals so they can't come out with your scandal. We tell everybody everything you've done.
And every now and then, a Dickie Rants can come out. We've seen a
Yeah.
Dickie Rants.
Yeah.
That's
Flex on
okay.
these bitches.
Flex, motherfucker.
Okay.
This is your campaign team, by the way.
Yes. This will be the speech we give.
Oh, my God.
This motherfucker right here.
And honestly, I say right off the bat, look, this team is going to have scandal.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
in
Yeah.
the past, in the present, and in the future. That's the one thing that KVJ can promise you. Scandal.
But we're honest scandalers. We're going to tell you the truth when we fuck up.
I couldn't get elected because I couldn't get the people that want to invest in me. You know, Yasik said people don't care about Harvard. They don't, but the people that fund the politician going into office do care about those things. And
we crowdfund for you.
Yeah.
The people make the contributions, not big business, not big developers.
I mean, I'd be getting $5 here and and there,
Yeah.
you know. But
That's how you do it.
these guys get $500,000 here and there.
We've got a little secret weapon in our pocket.
Yeah.
The town talent show where we bring all the big acts from all over.
This would be an
And we
80s
raise-
movie getting me elected.
We raise
This is some
money.
blue-collar bullshit that gets you elected.
We'll have breakdancing on there. We'll have singing, groups, comedy, the whole thing. And then the big fat cat guy in the limo is going to pull up, roll down the window, and go, "Damn it, these kids got me."
Mayor Hair!
What you wish it was that easy.
His campaign poster, I can see it now. It's got a little toupee in the corner.
Yeah.
Mayor Hair 2027, bitch.
Gosh, if we could just save all the problems with a talent show.
Luis said, I heard you talking about the Tatiana ride at Disney, and he said, perhaps that's not
Princess Tiana.
Princess Tiana. Sorry, Princess Tiana ride. He didn't have it in there, and I was going off memory. Thank you, Virginia. She just asked you.
Yeah, at least she said it real gently, too. It's Princess Tiana.
My favorite princess.
Yeah, he said, I just heard that bit about that ride, and I couldn't remember what the hell it was called. Princess Tiana.
Yeah.
And he said, perhaps that's not duct tape, but rather flex seal tape, as you can get it on a variety of colors. I've got a buddy that's from Loxahatchee, and just like Larry the Cable Guy, he believes in duct tape. Yeah, I think, Denny, I send you that photo of that. You can post that up there. Look, I'm not a maintenance guru, but when I look at it, I don't know the difference between flex seal tape and duct tape, but it looks to me, it looks just like green duct tape. Maybe that's flex seal tape, but the bottom line, it doesn't look good.
Right.
It looks like you're holding it together with that tape. It's not like it was intended to be that way. It looks like something you need to put behind the scenes, repair correctly, and then bring back out.
Walt Disney would dick punch you if he saw what you did with that car.
Yeah, we don't give a shit what it is. It don't look good.
It don't look
it's
good.
an eyesore.
And you're making Princess Tiana look bad, and I have a problem with that.
Well, perception's reality, whether it's duct tape or Gorilla Glue or whatever the hell it is.
So Denny's is showing it on YouTube so somebody can see that and you can let me know. Is that duct tape or is that whatever that Flex Seal tape is? Like I said, either way,
tape is tape.
Yeah.
Let's fix it the real way.
Yeah.
As much as y'all charging per ticket to get in there, no, we need to fix things for real, or just take that cart out of commission.
That's why I love going on Soarin'. Soarin' ain't no issues. You just flying around the world.
Soarin' boring.
Whatever. Best ride ever.
Yep. And got Pedro. He said, Kevin, you're talking about coming of age movies in the regular show, and he fucked up with the movie The Sandlot. It's not The Sandbar. Get it right? Yes.
The Sandbar.
I think that was wishful thinking. I wish I were there in Delray having a cocktail.
It's a great bar.
So you go to drink there.
Yeah, that's a good one. And want to call out Kevin because he said the Marlins hadn't won since early June when they actually had the best record of baseball in the month of June. Yeah, you know what? I looked at that and I got Anchorman. I copied and pasted it right out of the Sun Sentinel, and they put June and they should have put July.
Oh.
So let's blame this on the Sentinel.
Well, I mean, that's why, yeah. So I did, look, it's on me because I should have double check their work, but just with everything I'm trying to grab in the morning, sometimes you just I'll get back to it when I get a chance to double check it.
I mean, they got a bunch of people working on that newspaper. You're one guy.
Yeah.
No. You're not taking the heat for this.
They made some cuts here recently. That might be it.
Well,
in the sports department.
Y'all need to cut less.
Yeah.
Because he's just one man.
So anyway, you are right about that. Because as soon as I said, I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
You got to research everything these days.
You do.
And we honestly, I know we make a lot of mistakes. We do try to do the research, but to Kevin's point, there's only 4 of us, and sometimes there are going to be cracks.
I mean,
there's going to be holes sometimes.
I start at 2. I work as fast as I can. I don't even get here on time, and people are pissed. And it's trying to do all those little things that you're talking about. It's double checking, triple checking, trying to make sure we got everything lined up.
And we're still fucking wrong.
Yeah. So there are going to be a lot of errors on this thing, but I appreciate y'all calling us out. So
part of our charm when we get it wrong, right?
That's it. I'd like to be more right, but it ain't going to happen on this show. All right, y'all. Well, thank you very much for keeping us honest. You can do that. Just send emails, mail at KVJShow.com, mail at KVJShow.com. Enjoy your Taco Tuesday.
Woohoo!
See y'all back here tomorrow. Goodbye.
Eat that.